Hey, this is Pat, and today we're checking out the Alpinestars Bionic Action V2. So the Bionic Action V2 is aimed at riders out there that are going off-road riding, if they're riding on the trails, ADV routes, doing dual sports, things like that. This is going to be a solid option within Alpinestars line. It's actually one of the entry-level points at the $200 price point that they have out there within their Bionic line. They have a couple plasma options. They have a couple more heavy-duty options, or even ones that are modular. We can take off the chest and back armor. This is going to be a fully built-in rig to help protect you off-road, but also help you cool off, because it's going to be using a mesh spandex main construction while giving you full CE level 1 impact protection at the chest, the shoulders, the elbow, as well as the back. But we'll talk about that in a second. We'll work our way through the entire jacket and see if this is right for you and your ride. I mentioned before, it is $200. It does come in a Stella or women's option as well as a men's option. I have Norman over here on my left wearing that. It is a small up to 2 extra large in the men's. It is a small to large in the women's option, in the Stella option on there. But let's talk first on sizing. We're actually going to skip Norman for just a second and talk about Gabrielle, our female model. We actually have her up on screen. She's 5'4", 120 pounds with a 33.5 inch bust measurement. Currently wearing a size small, and it fits her spot on just like a base layer should, with all the armor in the correct spot with no movement on the armor at all, which is really crucial. You don't want the armor to move around or anything like that. So if you're referencing that size chart using your bust and chest measurement, you should be all set with the recommendation off the chart. But as for Norman over here, on my left, he's 6'3". He's 220 pounds with a 44 inch chest, currently wearing a size extra large, which you can see is fitting him spot on. It's very tight, which is exactly what you want for an armor rig. You don't want any movement. You want it to be as close to you as possible. If you're looking at the sizing chart, that's actually one full size down from what it recommends, but an extra large is what Norman wears in almost every single Alpinestars jacket that we have him in. So it's more of an issue with the sizing chart on there. But if you are referencing the sizing chart using that chest measurement, you might want to go down one full size to match and get a really tight fitment on here. Again, it's not something you want loose. You don't want any extra space. You want that mesh spandex up against your body so it's not going to move, but you want the armor to be in the right spot. Should you go down, you want it to hit and be in the right spot and protect exactly what it's meant to do. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at the sizing. If you have any questions on sizing, feel free to reach out to our customer service agents, but you should be all set when you're referencing the measurements there for Gabrielle as well as Norman and referencing that sizing chart. But coming back to the jacket, starting up at the top, working our way down to show you the features. Again, this is that mesh spandex in gray that I was talking about before. You actually have a nice flat lock collar. That's not going to be something that's going to poke into your neck. If you are riding for hours and hours, you know the benefits of keeping the collar away from your neck, just so it doesn't cause any biting. You can actually see that with the zipper garage right at the neck. It's not going to be something that bites you in the neck while you're out there riding. You'll see over on the collarbones a little bit of a harness system connecting the chest armor to the back armor. One thing I want to show off here is how the elastic comes over the shoulder pads. It really helps just alleviate all the pressure from the chest and the back by helping incorporate it into the shoulders so that they are going to stay in the right place, but it's also taking some of the weight off of the chest. So I really like that Alpinestars has done that with the Bionic Action here. You can see on the left, I can't actually remove the armor. It's non-removable, but it is a honeycomb style TPU protector on the outer sleeve with foam underneath of it. Again, they're all going to be CE level 1 throughout, shoulder, elbow, chest, and back. It's all built off this honeycomb system. I really like that because it's going to be ventilated. It's going to allow that sweat and that perspiration to really get out of the way and away from the armor and really cool you off while you're riding. Coming down the sleeve, really just notice all that mesh spandex coming down the entire front to the elbow armor that is exactly like the shoulder armor. One thing I want to call out too, you get a Velcro strap right here at the forearm. I love that feature. I know that's something Spurgeon looks for in a lot of his gear as well, just because you can secure that and make sure that that elbow armor isn't going to be moving around. If you've ever put on an armor rig where the elbow armor is a little loose, but everything else fits, it's really frustrating. So I like that they've added that in there because this is an area that's going to really relax over time. It tends to be the area that wears out the most. So having that elastic, a Velcro strap, you can really cinch it down, make sure that it's nice and comfortable and in the right position while you're out there. You can see all the seams are external, so it's not going to be something that's up against your skin, with a little bit of a soft suede material at the cuff just to keep it nice and secure. There's no closure system at the cuff. It's just meant to sit underneath of your jersey or your jacket, whatever you're putting over top. You can go and put that down. Up at the chest, you're looking at a single zipper entry. Up at the front, I mentioned that neck guard up top just to make sure that that zipper doesn't bite you at the fully up position. And then there's a split TPU honeycomb chest protector, again, CE level 1. And you can see that harness system I was talking about before, but you do have that over on the chest just to make sure that it's fully protecting you in the event of a crash, but you can still get into it. It does leave a little bit of vulnerability at the center of the chest, but again, you can see it's almost less than an inch of space in there, so the odds of hitting it are very rare. They do have options out there that zip from the side if you really want to, but you do have the split TPU on this one with a kidney belt down below. It's just gonna help, for me, it helps hold in the beer gut. For everybody else, it just helps keep the entire rig, especially the back protector, in the right place up against your back there. You can turn to the side, hit that riding position for me. One elastic strap at the side that you can adjust, really pull it in, and then you can see the sides of that kidney belt on there, but the rest is just that mesh spandex. And one thing I will call out, you might even see his shirt poking out in the front on this one. It is cut shorter, so it's not something that's gonna be excess material underneath of your pants or anything like that where it's going to cause any discomfort. So I like that they've kind of cut it nice and short on that side. You can spin to the back for me. At the back, you'll notice big old platform for the back protector, nice coverage on there. You can see it actually splits out wider than most back protectors out there to give you that protection. But again, still CE level 1, still ventilated, still surrounded by that mesh spandex, and you have the elastic straps going to each side, and a little bit of a softer material down at the back. I like that. If you are in the prone riding position, you tend to arch your back. I like that they're not adding any discomfort. If you're shorter, that's gonna be fantastic, but it still gives you the coverage if you are taller or have a longer torso in there. No drop seat though. It's something, like I said, it's just a nice elastic band around the bottom of the waist. You gotta spin to the front for me. I'm not gonna have him open it up. It is just this mesh spandex on the interior. There's nothing really to look at in there. Just know they used as much technology as they could to get the seams out of the way so you don't notice them or feel them inside of there. You can wear a base layer. He's actually just rocking a regular t-shirt under here. You can wear nothing underneath of it. I know that's what Spurgeon does out on the trails just to keep cool. So it really helps just get that hot air away from your body and help you cool off in riding positions. But considering it comes in at that $200 price point, there is a youth option for $170. There is the Stella option in the women's fit if you want to go that route as well, if it's something that you're looking for. So I like that Alpinestars is offering all of this off-road protection at an affordable price point compared to the rest of the market. But if you still have questions on this, click that info button. It's going to take you over to the product page where you can read other rider reviews and see what other riders are saying about the Bionic Action V2. Don't just take my word for it. If you still have questions after that, if you're confused on the sizing for the fit or where you should end up on there, give our customer service agents a call. They're all riders, happy to help you get set up on your next ride. But I want to thank you for joining Norman and I in checking out the Alpinestars Bionic Action V2 armor rig. I'm Pat. I'll see you in the next video.